We have our original store on 103rd, and we've been there for about a year and a month now. And I've been a part of this community for the last 8 years that I've lived in New York. And so La Marqueta has been also a part of my experience of El Barrio. And there's so many people that I know that talk about the history of La Marqueta, that know so much about this place. And when the opportunity came up for me to apply to get a space here, I immediately, took that chance and was accepted. Ever since then, we've had this idea of creating this as a pop-up shop, as a temporary space just for the summer, to see how it would be accepted in the community. And of course, just like we were in 103rd Street, this has become, within just a day, a place that already families are kind of flocking to and seeing it as a place to bring their kids over the summer, to buy books, to get ready for school, and to just have fun. It's important to have a bookstore like this in any community, in any barrio. I think every community needs to have an independent bookstore. For us, it's important because we celebrate Latino culture. We celebrate what makes East Harlem special with its history. We're a reflection, I think, of our audience, of the children, of the families. By preserving, one of our best sellers is called El Barrio. Families come here looking for books and looking for materials that they can then use at home. Teachers come here looking for materials they can use in the classroom as a way to preserve the language, as a way to talk about history and to celebrate our culture. And we do have our lease for the next 2 months. I would love to be a part of La Marqueta for much longer. It has a historical significance that I'm still learning about. People that I meet all the time that talk about their experience with La Marqueta, being here with their grandparents or coming as children. And La Marqueta has been around, but in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, when more Puerto Ricans were coming to New York City, this was the place to buy your produce, your clothing, your shoes, pretty much any product, anything that you needed to get from La Marqueta you bought here. And there's that connection now. I would say there's that nostalgia for that old memory of grandmother, of like coming and shopping here. And also in our store on 103rd, we have several memoirs and books, fiction and poems of writers, Puerto Rican, New Rican writers that mention La Marqueta in a chapter, that maybe have a poem that talks about this place. And for us, it's that, again, that extra connection to history, to literature, to East Harlem. And I see how our bookstore is like just the perfect way to tie in the history to this new East Harlem.